What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Budget and Bidding Management Guide for Google Ads. And in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly step-by-step which campaign type works with which bidding strategy to use, and which targets to set to increase sales and profit within Google Ads. For those who don't know me, my name is Floris van Vleuten. I am the owner of Amplifize, which is a Google Ads agency where we help scale e-commerce brands basically throughout all the world. So we have clients in the US, Canada, all over Europe, and we're running campaigns for our clients to help them grow. Without any further ado, I suppose we get right into the tutorial where I basically walk you through the entire document and through the entire matrix. And I actually made this whole board available for everyone. So in the description or around the video, you can find a link. And if you click the link, you get redirected to this board where you can make comments as well. So if you have any specific questions, just ask them within that board or in the comment section, and I would be happy to answer those. So let's just minimize my face here. And we basically have three types which we are going to cover today, three campaign types. The first is a search campaign, the second is a shopping campaign, and last but not least, we have a performance max campaign. All with like exceptions to the rule and everything, but I will explain everything step by step so it will all be clear for you in a moment. So we're going to start out with the search campaign, right? So as I said, it's a budget and bidding management guide. So I won't be showing you how to conduct keyword research, how to optimize your ads effectively. So I'm going to give you some suggestions, and that will definitely help with optimizing your campaigns. But if you are looking for more in-depth information on how to optimize specific campaigns, you can have a look at either my LinkedIn or my YouTube channel, because I give those tips out there. So you have a search campaign, right? And depending on the maturity of your account, you either have no conversions or you already have some conversions. So I created this matrix. And in the matrix, I basically noted everything that I know about how the bidding and budgeting works within Google Ads. And of course, there are exceptions to the rule, and sometimes you could try a different strategy and it will even work better than the strategy that I've included in this entire matrix. So I would say take this as like your base knowledge and then experiment and optimize yourself. Cool. So we have the search campaign, right? If the search campaign has more than 30 conversions in the last 30 days, the campaign is basically eligible to utilize smart bidding to the fullest. So if you have more than 30 conversions, the answer is yes, and you can set a target CPA or a target ROAS. And the best practice here is to set the target based on the data from the last 30 days, because you already have conversions, you know what the CPA is, you know what the ROAS is, and then you can set a target based on that. Little side note to make here is that it's very important not to use a smart bidding strategy when you are using a branded campaign, when you are basically using branded keywords from literally your brand. It would probably be better to use target impression share or maximize clicks or manual CPC. However, if you set the target ROAS and you analyze the performance for 1 or 2 weeks within this search campaign, you either have a ROAS that is above target or a ROAS that is below target. So let's say, for example, you set a target of 300% and the return on ad spend in those 1 to 2 weeks is 200%. Then you know that Google isn't ready. Google isn't smart enough to give you the results that you set as a target. And you also likely see that the spend is a little bit down. So if you spend, let's say you set a target, you set a daily budget of $100, it will probably spend like 70 or 80 in this specific case. So let's say your target ROAS is 300% and you're hitting a ROAS in performance of 200%. Then what you need to do is increase the performance, obviously. And how you do that within a search campaign is to improve the creatives, because creatives are being used in the search campaigns, like image extensions, the other extensions that we have, like the call out, the site link. We have some brand names that you can include and all the other things, right? So first step is to improve creatives. You can improve the ad copy as well. Use ChatGPT or like think about good ad copy for yourself. Think about benefits, not about features for your product. And basically try to write the best ad copy out there. And you can basically A/B test with this. You can also revise your keywords, as I stated right here. If you revise your keywords, you could find that you have probably low intent keywords in there, or that you have keywords that aren't like 100% relevant for you. So revise your keywords and make sure that you are bidding on high intent, maybe high intent and low CPC keywords, because that will improve your performance over time. You can also, very important step, improve your landing page, because you are running ads, right? You are conducting keyword research and creating the best advertisements out there. But even when people are very likely to buy and everything is in line in terms of Google Ads, when people click on your ad, they still land on your website, right? So if your website isn't optimized for conversions, that could be a bottleneck for you. So improve your landing page and include some social proof, include some, as I said, benefits, make sure it's fast, mobily optimized, that you have a sleek design, and it's basically easy to check out. Those are like the most important steps. Also, one other thing is to revise product price. So do a little bit of market research if you haven't done it already, and look at what your competitors are doing in terms of price. Maybe you could play around with that a little bit. And then we analyze again for 1 or 2 weeks. And then after that, we already see probably a increase in the return on ad spend. And then if you do see that the ROAS is above target, so let's keep with the 300% target, right? If you see that the campaign is, for example, delivering you a 350% ROAS over time in the performance, then you have to decide, is the target the desired return on ad spend? So maybe you have like a desired return on ad spend of 400%. So if the target ROAS is the desired ROAS, then you can increase your budgets, because then you don't have to increase your target, right? If the target isn't the desired ROAS, then you have to increase the target with like between 10 and 30%. And as I said, these are like general rules of thumb, right? So if you feel like increasing the target ROAS with 50%, maybe 50% absolute, you can try that and experiment with it. But in general, it's best to increase in small increments with both target and budget. So you can do both of those, and then again analyze performance for 1 or 2 weeks. That's basically what our bidding and budget management system looks like in terms of the search campaigns. One other thing that you could try, since you are using smart bidding strategies, so the target ROAS or target CPA, right? You can try experimenting with broad match and test different ad copies, even when the performance is good, because maybe you can even improve the performance. And using broad match with target ROAS or target CPA could work very well. It does for our clients, so give it a try. Then, back to the conversions. If you have less than 30 conversions in 30 days, and then you need to decide if you have either little time or a lot of keywords to optimize, right? So less than 30 conversions, okay. If you have little time or very many keywords, yes, then you set maximize clicks with a CPC bid cap. And you cap it at like the top of the page bid, which you feel comfortable by, right? And make sure your budget is also enough here, because in an ideal situation, you would get between 50 and 100 clicks a day, because you want to get in one conversion a day. And if you have like a 1 to 2% conversion rate, which isn't crazy, you have to have like 50 to 100 clicks. So set enough budget, set the CPC bid cap sufficient, and then you'll probably see some conversion in the account, and over time, you can go into the target ROAS, target CPA, right? If you have a lot of time and you don't have very, very many keywords to optimize, you can try manual CPC and manage the bids of every keyword manually. Mind that it is a very time-consuming thing to do, because you have to keep track on every keyword, whether or not you're on top of the page, you get top of the page impressions. And it's very important to keep track of that, because you want to show on the top of the page, right? If you decide to manually manage your bids, you could. I would say try to make sure you're on the top of the page, you get in those conversions, and switch to smart bidding as fast as possible. And that goes for max clicks as well, because smart bidding outbids all the manual bidding strategies, and it also outbids max clicks. So try to go to target CPA, target ROAS as quickly as you can, but you have to have at least 30 conversions in the last 30 days. And that's basically all there is to know about the budget and bidding management in terms of the search campaign. So let's move on to the second campaign. And this is best, I think, together with Performance Max, this is probably my favorite campaign type, because I like e-commerce. We only do e-commerce within our agency, so that makes sense, right? So we have the shopping campaign. Again, we start with the question, do we have more than 30 conversions in the last 30 days? And if you do, you set a T-ROAS, no T-CPA, because that isn't an option in the standard shopping campaigns. And again, set the target based on the performance in the last 30 days, and then analyze the performance for 1 or 2 weeks. This is basically the same. So if the target ROAS is the desired ROAS, you can increase the budget. If it's not, you can increase the target. And then if the performance is not on track, you can, that's slightly different here, you have to improve your product placements, right? So improve your product images, your product title, include those keywords in there, improve other feed assets, improve, like, for example, GTIN or let's say a lifestyle image or description or anything else, right? Then improve your product page, which is basically the same as the landing page, but the product page contains a product. Revise the product price. That's also very important. As I said, like, your competitors might be using a sale, or they might be like 50% of your product price, and there is no way that you can compete with that if that's like literally the same product, right? Also, you have to manage negative keywords, because you want to make sure that everything is highly relevant. And with the search campaign, for example, you get the option to target or not target, and basically choose match types and everything. With shopping, it's a little different, because Google uses your feed to determine which keyword is relevant and which keyword isn't. So always go into your search terms. You should probably do this like once every 2 days, and manage your negative keywords. If there's anything irrelevant in there, add them to the negative keyword list and connect those to your shopping campaign. Cool. That's everything in terms of the target ROAS bidding strategy for the shopping campaign. If you don't have more than 30 conversions in the last 30 days, then the question is here, do you have little time, or do you have many products, like 25 plus? If that's the case, I would say use max clicks with max CPC cap. If that's not the case, set manual CPC and manage the bids of every product manually. That's it. Nothing more to it. I won't take more of your time explaining this whole sequence. There's a small side note to be made here. If you start out with a new shopping campaign, but you have enough conversions in the account, you could try start out with a low T-ROAS just from the bat. This is a maximize conversions trick that we use effectively. So what we do, let me increase my face. So what we do is, if we have a lot of conversions in the account, we set a target ROAS of a standard shopping campaign in which we segment the products on ad group level, like product group level. And then Google sees that as, okay, we want to hit a ROAS of at least 40%, which isn't profitable if you would hit the 40%. But 9 times out of 10, because Google is bidding towards people who are likely to buy, you will probably hit a better performance than the target ROAS of 40. And then once you did that for like 1 or 2 weeks, you can go over this bidding strategy and set the target based on the performance for the last 30 days, which could be like 300%, 400%, whatever it is, right? And that's everything there is to know about the shopping campaign. Cool. Now we move on to probably the most used campaign type and the most spent on campaign type from 2024, year to date. And we basically start out with the same questions. Do we have 30 conversions in the last 30 days? But there are a couple, I would say, big notes to be made here. Because if you have conversions in the account, you can start off with a smart bidding strategy. Let's say you have 30 or 60 or 100 conversions within the last 30 days within the account and not within a Performance Max campaign. Then you can start out with smart bidding as well, and it might work. There's a very high probability that it will work because Performance Max is a very powerful campaign type. If you don't have any data in the account whatsoever, you have to decide, does the order value of your orders vary? So for example, you have one order that's $50, one order that's $150, one order that's $300. If there's a big variation between your orders, set a maximized conversion value, because Google will optimize towards getting the most value per order instead of the most orders. If you have like an average order value that's like, I would say, the order value across like 90% of all orders, then set a maximized conversions bidding strategy, because then Google will optimize towards getting the most orders for your budget. Small side note, if you don't have any data whatsoever and you don't have any idea of if you have like a varying order value, just use maximize conversions, because maximize conversions will probably get you more conversions, and more conversion data equals a smarter account, which equals better performance over time, if that makes sense. If you set a target CPA or target ROAS based on the performance of the last 30 days, and the ROAS is not on target, again here, improve creatives, add copy, keywords, landing page, product price, and exclude bad placements, which you probably should do from the start. So exclude all app placements probably, and exclude all kids channels. And you can do very easily with a Performance Max exclusion form. You can find it online. Actually, I will include it in the description of this video, so you can go there and exclude any bad performing placement or keyword that you want to exclude from your Performance Max campaign. Cool? And leverage the Insights tab, because Google gives like limited insights, but the insights that show in the Insights tab are getting better and better. You see which keywords are performing and which keywords aren't. You see the creatives and the creative performance and everything. So leverage the Insights tab and base your decisions out of that. Side note, make sure you have at least enough budget set to the Performance Max or it won't work. If you just set like $10 and your like an order will probably cost 30 or 40, you won't probably get any conversions and it will just spend. Try like 2 times of the CPA at least as your daily budget and give it at least 2 weeks. So have a little bit of trust. If you have good product pages, if you have a good feed, good images, everything, this will probably get you conversions. Wow. 18 minutes. That's crazy. That's everything there is to know in terms of budget and bidding management for Google Ads. If you have any questions, drop them either in the comments or go to the Miro board if you have like a specific step question and add the comment there, because I will try to answer everything, maybe within the board and maybe within the comment section. So that's basically it. There's a small surprise that I have today. So if you are interested in knowing how keyword targeting works best for your search campaigns, to make sure the search campaign here works best, even with like the bidding strategy optimization, I created a video actually where I show you how we do keyword research for our agency clients, and I will include it right. Let's see. I will include it here. No, yeah, I'll include it here. So click that, and I will see you at that video. For now, have an amazing day. I really liked recording this video, and if you want to know something else in regards to Google Ads, let me know in the comments, because I will create some content about it as well. Cool. Have an amazing day, and I will see you some other time. Bye bye.